Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Model Kit Review. In today's episode, we are looking at Tamiya's classic 1/48 scale Dewoitine D.520. This is Tamiya kit number 61048. This kit was originally introduced in 1996, and to my knowledge, it remains the only mainstream Dewoitine D.520 in 1/48 scale. In this model kit review, we will be taking a look at the kit instructions. We'll also take a look at the color and marking guides for this kit. We'll take a look at the kit decals and talk about how those behaved. We'll also talk about the clear parts that come in the kit and the clarity and fit of those. We'll talk about the fit of the major components. We'll look at the interior detail that's included in the kit. I'll also talk about any modifications that I made to the kit parts or additional aftermarket parts used in this build. We will look at the surface detailing on the kit, and we'll also talk about any problem areas to potentially watch out for during this build. I had a lot of fun building this kit. It turned out nicely, and it really does look good on the shelf. Looking at the kit instructions, step 1 covers the cockpit interior. There's a nice instrument panel decal that I used. A prominent feature on this kit is the large gun sight, and I very carefully detail painted that. That came out really nice. You can see the tubular framing in this picture on the top part of the seat and the holes between the framing and the canvas seat cover. There were no holes there to begin with, but just for accuracy, I drilled those out. I also added some French World War II seat belts to the kit. Those are Edouard parts, and they really dress up the interior. This kit has a very large canopy, and the clear parts are very clear, and so you get a really good view of the interior. Step 2 covers the sidewall detail and joining the fuselage halves around the interior. It also includes mounting the kit exhausts and air intakes on it. In this picture, you can see some of the painted sidewall detail. That turned out great. And I drilled out the ends of the kit exhaust just to give it a little bit more realism. You can see that in this picture. Step 3 has you joining the upper and lower wings. I differ from this by gluing the upper wings to the fuselage halves first to get a good wing root fit. And we can see in this picture the underside of where the wing joins the fuselage. Everything here really fit nicely. There were no fit issues. Step 4 has you attaching the wings and the tail planes. We can see in this picture the tail planes went on without any issues. In step 5, we're installing the flaps. The flaps can be installed either lowered or in the raised position. I built mine in the raised position just to maintain the clean looks of the D520. Step 6 has you building the landing gear and the radiator underneath the aircraft. The landing gear has nice detail. It's a pretty simple wheel well. Step 7 has you installing the landing gear and the belly radiator and the antenna. I had to modify the radiator on my kit to get it fit snugly into place. This was really the only fit issue I had on the kit. Step 8 is assembling the propeller. The final step is step 9, and that has you installing the front of the engine, the prop, and the cockpit clear parts and antennas. Everything went well here. I really didn't have any fit issues, and this kit overall assembles very, very easily. There are 2 marking options included in this kit. The first option is for an aircraft from GC3-6, 5th Escadrille, based at Le Luc Air Base. The second marking option is the plane that I chose to build, and that is from GC1/3 of the 1st Escadrille, based in North Africa. The third marking option is for an aircraft flown by GC2/18. The only major problem I had with this kit was the decals, and although they look great on the backing sheet, there were no wrinkles or signs of aging. When I put these decals in water, all of the white decals shattered. I quickly pulled them out of the water and pieced everything back together. I then spray coated the decals with a coat of Future floor polish, and I let that dry thoroughly, and then I just very carefully, very methodically used all the kit decals. And although I was able to salvage the kit decals, this was really a bear. This really took me a long time. In conclusion, I really like the way this kit turned out. It looks very nice on the shelf. I was able to build it pretty much out of the box and even salvage the kit decals. There's a reasonable amount of surface detail on the kit. It looks nice under a coat of paint. This kit is not parts heavy, and the fit overall on this kit is really good. I'm not sure if the issues that I had with the decal sheet are common. I would certainly test the decals that come in your kit prior to putting them on the aircraft. The clear parts on this kit are nice. The interior detail is nice as well. It builds quickly and easily. The instructions are concise. I can really recommend this model to modelers of any skill level. Well, I'd love to know what you guys think. If any of you have built Tamiya's Dewoitine D.520 previously, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, model on.